Hello there, friends, and welcome back to another episode of GunnersDen.com's YouTube channel. So this time around, I've got two product reviews here. These are both flashlights from the company OLight. I have a written review on this light here up on the website, GunnersDen.com. You could feel free to check it out. I'll leave a link in the description, and I will also leave a link in the description of where you can purchase these flashlights from if you are so inclined. This one here I'm super excited about, and let's get right into it. So this is actually called the M2R Pro Warrior, and this is the Patriotic edition. So it comes in this nifty little carrying case. You'll see you can attach it to your belt as needed, or it has a clip that you can add to your pocket. This is a very, very cool flashlight. It is a hefty little sucker, but it is still small enough that you'll be able to be comfortable with it in your pocket. But it's, as you can see, it's very patriotic. This is the M2R Pro Warrior. And this bad boy throws an 1800 Lumen light, 300 meters. It is insane. I've a little bit later in the video, I'm going to show you how bright the light can be in the dark room in my basement. I went down there several nights ago, and I set up my tripod and my little camera here, and I wanted to show it off. And it is really freaking bright. This thing, as you can tell from the thumbnail that you clicked on to get to the video, this thing is a beast. And I mean that. And we're gonna take a more in-depth look about this one in just a moment, but before we do, I just want to cover this one really quick. So this is the i5T EOS in olive drab green. Olive drab green, by the way, is my favorite color from my time in the Marine Corps. A little bit about this light really quick. It is a max 300 lumen output, and it throws about 60 meters. What's really cool is that this battery, or that this light takes very common AA batteries. So everybody's got AA batteries, right? So just your standard AA. It has a little bit of a gasket there. I don't know if you could see that. It's got a little bit of a gasket to help keep the water out. Now this is a tail switch operated flashlight. There's no side switch on this one. And it's basically got, low and high. And that's basically it. It's got a pretty hefty clip. Now I will say it's pretty cool. The clip will allow you to attach your light to a hat. Let me demonstrate that for you really quick here. I have a hat here. So the clip is so designed that it will allow you to attach to a hat on one end, and it allows you to attach, so the hat brim goes down here on this side, and this is the side here that goes to your pocket. So it could be worn in your pocket, could be worn on a hat, could be carried. Very cool flashlight. It's small, as you can see. It just fits right here in the size of my, or in my hand, in the palm of my hand. I do have bigger than average hands, so there is also that. It does also have a momentary on, so right now I'm not pushing it on all the way. It's momentary, right? So I'll also say here that it says that it's drop tested at 1.5 meters and that it is waterproof. I don't know exactly how waterproof it is, but it is pretty waterproof. It feels like it's made out of an aluminum, and it's it's nice and strong. It's good to go. This is a pretty nice flashlight. This, I could see this being an emergency light, or even an EDC light for someone who really just needs a little light. And retail value on this, or the retail price on this is currently $32.95. Now this is a new product for them. They're also calling this a limited edition. They do also have other colors of this flashlight. So if you go to the website and you don't see OD green, don't hold it against me. They do have other i5Ts in other colors. So now that brings us to this beast. This thing is a beast. So let's start here with the tail cap, because it charges via this cord here, and the cord is metal, or the charging dock here is metal, and you can plug this USB into your computer or into any charger, and it will charge. It takes, I think, 4 or 5 hours, maybe 6 hours to get to a full charge. And this thing is pretty fantastic. So now I will say here that this little bit here lights up. If it's red, it means that it's still charging. If it turns green, it means that it's fully charged. And that's how you know. This little plastic piece here on the wire is got LEDs or some kind of light in there. Really cool. This is a pretty high quality wire, it feels like. It doesn't feel cheap and flimsy, so that's always a plus. You don't want your stuff to break. I figure that if I ever needed to use this as a blunt object, I could. That will really, really mess somebody's day up right there. That little bit of on the bezel, I don't know what you call that jagged edge there, but I would not want to get hit by that anywhere. And I feel like if I had to use this as a weapon, I could with some success. It's got some grippiness here to it, right? So this is machined into the aluminum housing, and it does provide a little bit of a texture. It's nice to hold on to. It also does come with the same style clip, and yes, you can attach it to your hat. Now, it doesn't work quite as well, as the other one, simply because of how massive it is. But as you can see, I'm not holding onto the flashlight, and it's you know, it's on there. But it is a really big flashlight, and I'm not sure I would be walking around with this thing on my brim, because I tried it and it started to pull the hat off my head. It's heavy. This is a heavy flashlight. Don't get me wrong. This is definitely small enough that it could be an EDC pocket flashlight or pocket tack light, or whatever your preference in word or in verbiage there is. But probably not the best for a hat. Now, oh, here it is. So they also send you, I almost forgot this part here, there's a little lanyard for this thing. Says OLight on it. I have not put it on because I don't feel like I need to. But you can put a lanyard on it as well. It's, you know, it works like a regular lanyard is going to work. I have no need for a lanyard, so I haven't put it on, but it is part of the review, and it's a necessity. So before we get into the actual function of the light, let me remove the tail cap here. Same thing, it unscrews, and there is a gasket in here, meaning that it has at least some kind of water resistance. They do call it IPX8 waterproof. I don't know exactly what that means, but this thing is powered by a 21,700 5,000 milliamp per hour 3.6 volt rechargeable battery, and this thing's a beast. And I've been playing with this thing for quite a few days now, on and off. I mean, I haven't left it on and let it stay on yet. but I have turned it on and off several times, putting it in turbo mode, which is what they call the highest setting, and it has not killed the flashlight yet. So it's pretty cool. Let me show you down inside there. That's what it looks like on the inside. It looks like it's an aluminum housing. So now, the other cool thing about the tail cap is that it does have a tail switch. So there are two settings on the button on the end, the tail switch. So a half press puts it into medium, and pushing down again puts it into turbo mode, and that thing is bright. Now, I'm not going to go crazy with trying to tell you or show you in detail on this portion of the video the different settings of the light, because I do a little bit better of a job, I think, in the night shooting portion of this video. So stay tuned for that. It's coming up soon. I just want to show you a couple of the cool features here. So there's also a side button, and if you push and hold the side button down for 3 seconds, it puts it into moonlight mode. So now that's moonlight mode, and that's very soft and easy on the eyes. It barely even shows up on my backdrop there, and it's, you know, it's pretty cool. So, and then just holding this button down here for 2 seconds will pop it up into the next mode. And I'm not going to blind you here, but I do want to show you one thing, which is that this will light up green once it goes into the next mode. So now you'll see that there is a green light, and this is, so I hope I didn't blind anybody there, and if I did, I apologize. But now this is in medium 1. And then each time you hold down for 2 seconds, it pops it up to the next setting until you arrive at turbo, and then back down. So this is a really cool flashlight. I mean, this thing is really cool. It's not cheap though. This thing retails for $119.95. They did just have a sale on both of them. They run sales regularly. OLight, the OLight store.com. They run sales regularly, and this thing is really cool because this is also a limited edition. So while this thing is, you know, it's $120 basically, you do get the simple fact that there's only 9,999 of these ever made. So once they're done with this run, they're done with this run, and then that's it. It's kind of like, it's almost like a collector's edition item. I mean, it's a flashlight, right? It's not like a Babe Ruth baseball card or anything, but yeah, it's a really cool light. It really is. And what makes it even better is that they have really good warranty. So you have a 30-day money-back guarantee on any of the products that they sell. And I've never had to use the guarantee, by the way, or I've never had to exchange or anything. Every time I get an OLight product, which, I mean, it's always a light, and whenever I get one of their lights, they work just how they're supposed to. So that's fantastic. And on top of the 30-day guarantee, they give you a 5-year warranty. So if you, in 5 years, if you ever have any problems with the flashlight, you just send it back to them, or you contact them first and you send it back, and they'll take care of you. I guess that about does it for this one. You know, I will say that this is a pretty cool flashlight. I see this totally being my EDC light. So they do have an M2R Pro Warrior, just a regular colored flashlight. Looks like it's black or something like that. And I mean, it's cool too, I'm sure. It is a little bit cheaper than this one, so if you don't want to spring for the $120, the regular black one is $109.95. Looks like it's got 5-star reviews, and it looks like it's basically about the same flashlight as this one is. So yeah, I'm gonna cut now to the portion of the shooting or filming at night in my basement room there, so you can see just how bright this thing is firsthand. Okay, so now we have this is the M2R Pro. This is an 1800 lumen light. I am set up here in a dark room to show the functionality and the different settings for the light. The light has a side button and it has a tail cap button as well that doubles as a wireless charging docking station, I guess, if you will. This thing is the Patriotic edition, M2R Pro, and is again 1800 lumens at the max output. And I'm going to show you just how it works. I'm going to go through a few of the different settings here. So I'm going to turn off my other flashlight. You can see here that we are pitch black. So now if you hold the side cap or the side button, if you hold the side button down for 3 seconds, it puts the flashlight into moonlight mode. I am still in front of the camera here. You can see my hand. So this is moonlight mode. If you push and hold the button down again for 2 more seconds, it goes into medium 2. Again, I'm still in front of the camera. If you push and hold the button down, again, it goes into medium 1. And this is pretty bright here, as you can see. I'm still in front of the camera. You hold down again, it goes into medium 1. This is a very bright light. And then finally you hold it down one more time and it goes into turbo mode. And this is definitely not something you want to be looking into, and it is very bright. The light itself gets warm. I can feel the heat coming off of it here. So this is a very bright flashlight. And you could just turn it off. Now I'm going to demonstrate the strobe to you. I'm not going to look at it, and I'm going to warn you that I'm going to be doing the strobe. I don't know how it's going to do in a dark room, but I did it in a lit room earlier and I felt a little nauseous afterwards. So it's a little jarring. Just so you know, you've been warned. Pushing down the side button 3 times quickly will turn the strobe on. Has a memory feature, so I just pushed the button again and it brought me back to I believe this is turbo. Yep. And then it brought me back down again by holding it down to medium. And just yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you like the content. We're going to be doing regular reviews here at Gunner's Den TV, gunnersden.com. We appreciate if you could subscribe to the channel. That would make me warm and fuzzy on the inside, and I do appreciate all of you. So until next time, my friends, stay safe, shoot straight, and train often.